It's time for English for Dummies with Kat and Sarah. Okay, we're going to jump right into explaining each argument. The first argument we're going to discuss is an inductive. The definition of an inductive argument is when you arrange an argument so it leads from specific claims to universal statement.
This is an example of an inductive argument. Regular exercise promotes weight loss. Regular exercise reduces stress. Regular exercise improves mood. So regular exercise is good for your health.
Okay, now on to deductive arguments. A deductive argument is when you reach a conclusion by starting with a general principle, the major premise, and applying it to a specific case, the minor premise. Let's look at it.
Exercise contributes to better health. Minor premise. Yoga is a type of exercise. Conclusion. Yoga contributes to better health.
Next argument is the Tolman argument, which was created by British philosopher Stephen Tolman and has 6 parts: claim, support, warrant, backing, qualifier, reservation, and reservation. The form you follow for this argument is because, evidence as support, therefore, which is your claim, since, assumption, on account of, the backing, and unless, reservation.
This is an example of how the Tolman argument would be set up for a paper.
Okay, our fourth argument is the Rogerian argument, which is based on the assumption that having a full understanding of an opposition is essential to responding to it persuasively and refuting it in a way that is accommodating rather than
And finally, we have the 6-part oration model, which follows a 6-part structure, starting with the intro, followed by the thesis, narration, confirmation, refutation, and conclusion. Each part can be more than one paragraph and arranged in a way that supports your argument best. Moving on to fallacies.
Okay, when writing any argument, you must be careful not to have a fallacy, which could make your argument weak and ineffective. There are 4 categories of fallacies.
Our first category is a logical fallacy. It occurs most commonly when you misuse evidence, which results in a failure to make a connection from the claim to the evidence.
Category is fallacies of relevance, which result from using evidence that's irrelevant to the claim. The most common fallacy of relevance is the red herring, which happens when a speaker skips to a new topic to avoid the topic. An example of a red herring is the Hillary Clinton commercial where she talks about children and how she's claimed to have cared about children even from the time she was in her 20s all the way till now. It's a red herring because she leaves out vital information that she actually defended a man that raped a 12-year-old, and in that instance, she is not
Our
fighting.
second fallacy of relevance is ad hominem. It's when the speaker switches from the argument at hand to attack the character of the
This quote from Donald Trump is an example of the ad hominem fallacy because he attacks Hillary Clinton's moral character and judgments rather than her policies.
example of an ad hominem is this Donald Trump ad in which he attacks Hillary Clinton's health rather than her policies or what she plans to do in her
The
presidency.
last fallacy of relevance is a faulty analogy, which results when 2 things that are unsimilar are compared incorrectly in an analogy.
That is a perfect example of a faulty analogy. It says, if you wouldn't eat your dog, why eat a turkey? Comparing eating your dog to eating turkey is completely off balance. You would not eat your dog and you would eat turkey.
The third type of category of fallacy is fallacy of accuracy. These are caused by using evidence either intentionally or unintentionally inaccurate. This first we'll discuss is the straw man fallacy. It occurs when a speaker intentionally uses an oversimplified example of the other's argument in order to ridicule and refute their view.
This quote from Bernie Sanders is an example of a straw man argument. He states that all people who are against gun control laws have a missile launcher in their backyard, oversimplifying their argument against gun control laws, therefore committing a straw man fallacy.
Fallacy of accuracy is the either-or fallacy, also called the false dilemma. This happens when the speaker presents 2 extreme options as the only...
I'm the only good one.
Do you think you and Mommy did a good job raising me?
Of course we did.
Well, then you obviously taught me right from wrong.
True.
And you should trust me to do the right thing.
Wait.
Or you're a bad father. Take your pick.
Man, You're good.
Of the daughter talking to her dad is an example of either or fallacy because she only presents her dad with two extreme
The
options.
final category is a fallacy of insufficiency. This happens when the evidence supporting the claim is insufficient. An example of a fallacy of insufficiency is a hasty generalization. This happens when there is not enough evidence to support a particular conclusion, and a generalization is quickly made about a whole part when one instance is the only. An example of a hasty generalization is this Taco Bell ad, which states that all men love bacon.
This place is great. Many cute guys here. Do you smell bacon? Oh, yeah. It's a bacon club chalupa. Guys love bacon.
Like, that's really gonna work. Come on.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
What is that you're wearing? It's intoxicating.
Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa is back. Bacon lovers rejoice.
Smells good.
Which, in case that is not the fact. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys like bacon, but not all of them.
Resulting from insufficient evidence is circular reasoning. It involves repeating a claim as a way to provide evidence resulting in no evidence.
This political cartoon showing George Bush, President George Bush, walking around on American flags is a perfect example of circular reasoning in that it keeps saying to die in Iraq in honor of the troops who've died in Iraq. We must continue sending troops. In this case, he keeps repeating the same thing.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc is the final fallacy we're going to discuss. This happens when someone claims something is a cause because it happened.
When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV.
Correct example of post hoc ergo propter hoc. It states that if you do not have DirecTV, a certain chain of events will follow, leading to you ending up in a roadside ditch. This definitely is not a solid argument and would definitely not happen in real life.
First-hand experience is something you know, whether from personal experiences, anecdotes from others, and knowledge of other current events. Second-hand evidence is when you research, read, and/or investigate to find historical information, expert opinions, or quantitative evidence to support your argument.
Thanks for joining us on English for Dummies with Kat and Sarah.